Business Bites. Go further and grow stronger with InvestNI. Join local businesses generating billions, exporting to Europe. Check your export readiness with InvestNI's free online export health check. Business Bites with InvestNI.
Hi and welcome to another edition of Business Bites. It's a rather festive edition here. As you'll see, I managed to get the jumper on and it's over there. We've got the Christmas tree just to show that it is nearly Christmas. And I'm really, really pleased to welcome our final guest of the year this year, but we've saved the best to last. It's Maebh Reynolds. She's the co-founder and CEO of GoPlugable. Welcome to Business Bites, Maebh.
Thank you for having me, David. Appreciate it.
Oh, well, it's our pleasure to have you along here, and we're really looking forward to this discussion. Say our final discussion of the year. So, Maebh, tell us a bit about you. You are a co-founder of a business. How did that happen?
Yes, so I studied a master's in mechanical engineering from Queen's University Belfast. And GoPlugable is basically a solution to help give better accessibility to EV charging. So throughout my degree, I was always really interested in green mobility. And I think that just kind of spiraled into me being co-founder of GoPlugable. It all kind of started in my final year. I wasn't really sure what to do after university. So I joined an accelerator program called Catalyst Co-Founders, where it's basically like a sandbox to play around with a business idea and give it a go. And I ended up really, really loving it. And then I just decided that this is what I would do full time. So yeah, that was about 8 months ago. So we're going to launch any week now, hopefully before the end of the year. So it's been a very fast journey. It feels like it's happened all in minutes, but it's been amazing. I've loved it so far.
Well, we love supporting new businesses, especially in this area. It's something that I'm really passionate about. We've covered this subject on a number of occasions in all the episodes that we've done. So that's why I think finishing this year off with your business is a really interesting one. So I think I've got an idea about what the business is from the title and from what you've just said. But just for the people who don't know, just tell us, give us the pitch. What is it?
So GoPlugable is essentially like an Airbnb for electric vehicle private chargers. So that idea is if you would like to buy an EV, but you can't charge from home, like for example, I live in an apartment, so charging from home is not an option for me. Or if you live in a rented house or a house with no private driveway, GoPlugable essentially allows you to borrow a home charger from someone else in your community. So you have somewhere where you can schedule and book your charging session, and then the home charger owner can receive a passive revenue just by offering it out to someone in their community.
Wow, this has really come on. So I'm still just getting to grips with having my own, and now we're talking about kind of renting stuff out a little bit here. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically creating a sharing economy with EV charging at its core, and really just putting it back into the hands of the community and really allowing them to make the charging decision that suits them best.
Great. Okay. So I'm assuming it's an online platform. It works that way.
Yes, it's on the app.
Online platforms that we might have seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a marketplace app on your smartphone. So we're currently on iOS and Android app stores. It's in the sort of beta stage at the minute, but we're hoping to have our first paying customers very soon. So it's very exciting.
It is. It's hugely exciting. And do we set our own tariffs, or is there a set tariff, or how does that work?
Yeah, exactly. So as a host, you define how much you would like to price renting out your charger per hour. So obviously if you live somewhere close to city centre, where a lot of people go and find it hard to find parking as it is, you can bump your tariff up a bit more and add parking fees as well. But it's really up to the host. We really want to give them as much control as possible so they can get the most out of using our platform. But we do give them information of what the average prices is in their area, and also an idea of how much it will cost them for that charging duration so they can make that decision.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've heard of renting driveways and
Yeah.
renting stuff that's in behind the driveways and houses and everything else in apartments. This is great. So you did a survey as part of the launch phase for your business around the whole thing about electric vehicle charging. What were some of the highlights that you found?
Yeah, so we surveyed just over 1,700 people, and we were blown away by the response. It ended up being one of the biggest surveys of its kind on the island of Ireland. So we were really, really happy with that. And it's clear that it is a topic that interests people and gets a reaction out of people. So we set out to survey people who are EV drivers, those who aren't, those who are on the fence, those who absolutely hate them. We just kind of wanted feedback from across the board. And I think the main takeaways is that current EV drivers really love the EV driving experience, contrary to what sometimes the media portrays with a lot of the struggles of the EV driving experience, which are true in some cases. And it's mostly the pain points are for those that don't have a home charger. So that really validated our business proposition. And it was also really exciting to see that a lot of people are considering switching to electric vehicles within the next 10 years. So it's really hopeful for us to see that there is a lot of positivity emerging in this space.
Okay, so we know that people watch this episode far and wide across in GB and in Ireland as well. So what's the story? Can we get it across borders, across the sea, or how does it work? Or is it just in Northern Ireland or what?
So our initial test base for GoPlugable is an all island solution. For us, that just made sense because people, whether they live north or south of the border, they're still encountering the same problems. And it is particularly difficult for EV drivers when they do cross the border to try and navigate the slightly different charging systems and different charging providers. So we just wanted to create a one-stop shop for all charging needs, just to accommodate people from both sides. And there's a lot of support for the EV adoption movement in the Republic of Ireland as well, which has been a great support to us.
Amazing. So give us the timeline. When are we going to see it all? When's all the action happening?
Yeah, I think we kind of bid ourselves before giving an actual date, because the thing with tech is in the final few days, you always find these horrible bugs that take longer than expected to get rid of. But yeah, hoping to have a fully launched platform by the end of the year.
That's the end of this year, 2023,
Yeah.
not 2024, right?
Yeah, to end of this year. So as I said, we're live at the minute on the app stores. There's no transactions or anything enabled yet. But you know, you're more than welcome to go and have a look and have a feel for all the features and how it looks. And of course, you can get in contact with us with feedback that you have, or if you want to chat about the platform, we really welcome that as well. But we're hoping to have our first few community members actively making transactions and charging, hopefully by the end of this year.
Oh, well, it's huge. And look, to me, it seems like an absolute winner. You know, from what you're saying, I mean, it just seems like, I was going to say green lights all the way there, but it really does feel like a great idea. So I wish you and everyone associated with GoPlugable the very best. I'll certainly be following your success in 2024. And listen, Maebh, it's been our pleasure to have you as our guest this week on Business Bites. So just finally, how do we bump into your business? So just give us the touch points.
Yes, so we on our website, GoPlugable.com, you can find out a bit more about our business. We're also launching a fundraising round at the minute. So if you're into investment and that's something that would interest you, by all means, reach out. All our contact details are there. On our website, you can also sign up on our waitlist to be a host or a user of our platform. So if you're an EV driver yourself, or you're finding it difficult to get a charger at the minute, you can sign on and we'll let you know when our platform is ready to go. And if you're just generally interested about our progress, we're on LinkedIn and Twitter, where we post updates all the time of what we're up to, and all the exciting news from our end.
Great. Well, I'll be signing up straight after this episode.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you. I'm not sure what I'm signing up for, but I'll definitely be signing up for something. And listen, thank you so much. Have a great Christmas, Maebh. And we wish you luck with GoPlugable. Easy for me to say. GoPlugable in the new year. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So that brings my time on Business Bites to an end. That was the 130th episode of Business Bites. And I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure catching up with all those guests from the very start. We started it in the middle of the first lockdown in COVID, we wanted to do something positive. We wanted to tell the great stories from our part of the world. And in 130 episodes, we've spoken to business leaders, we've spoken to new startups, civic, social, and political leaders from right across the board. It's been an absolute pleasure to tell all those fantastic positive stories of business. One thing I've learned is that everything changes every week, and business in our part of the world is as strong as it's ever been. Business Bites returns in the new year, even better, even bigger. And I look forward to watching more episodes of Business Bites with thanks to Invest NI. I'd also like to pay a special thank you to Bethany, who you don't see, who's made this program happen, and also from the early days of Business Bites, David McCammon. Well, from me, David Ty, Managing Director of Bauer Media Audio Northern Ireland, this has been Business Bites episode 130. Have a Merry Christmas.
Business Bites. Go further and grow stronger with Invest NI. Join local businesses generating billions exporting to Europe. Check your export readiness with Invest NI's free online export health check. Business Bites with Invest NI.